About 3 weeks ago I went to my best friend's house for a sleepover. We are both girls and she has her older sister. Anyways, her sister never really talked to us because she was really popular, and to be honest, I was a little bit scared of her. We went to my friend's room and started watching a movie. My friend fell asleep and I drank so much coke so I got up to go to the toilet. I walked into the bathroom and I accidentally saw her sister's shower reflection of her grinning cat in Peach in the mirror. She was so fucking fit when I tell you I never wanted to have a body more. I didn't think she had heard or seen me, so I waited patiently outside for her to come out because I swear my bladder was about to burst. She came out in her towel and said, "Like what you see," and walked past me into her bedroom. She beckoned me into her room and I thought she wanted to walked past me into her bedroom. She beckoned me into her room and I thought she wanted to tell me something, so I followed her in. She dropped her towel and pulled me in about the space of 3 seconds, and we started making out. We had been making out for around 3 minutes before my best friend came in. She was so surprised. Turns out my best friend had a huge lesbian crush on me for ages. LMIO, what the fuck. Now I am a lesbian and I am dating my best friend, but to be honest I still like her sister.
When I was 15 I went to sleep round my friend's house. She had a really good-looking brother who I really liked, but I didn't go round there a lot so we hadn't spoken much. She told me to go sit in the living room while she made us dinner. I went in and her brother was there on the couch. He said hey and gave me the remote to pick something to watch, but I said don't worry. We small talked for like 10 minutes and I always get really awkward talking to people I like, so I rambled for ages about what I'd taken for my GCSEs. I stopped speaking and apologized for waffling on, and he said no, it's fine, you're cute, and I said haha, says you. I surprised myself cause I don't usually flirt like that. He said his sister usually falls asleep early at sleepovers, so if she does to come hang out in his room, and I said, if you're serious then I might have to take you up on that. Then my friend brought in dinner and we went to go eat it in her room. Me and her watched a film and she fell asleep to it. I felt awkward going into his room, so I just got up to go to the toilet, then planned on just going to sleep, but before I got back to her room he came out of his and we bumped into each other. He had a cup of water in his hand and it spilt all down me, so he said I could borrow some of his clothes. I went into his room and he gave me a hoodie, a shirt and some shorts. He said he'd leave while I got changed, but I said he could just turn around. I was getting changed and suddenly I felt him kiss me on the back of my neck. I was literally stood there in my wet bra and his shorts, but he was really hot. So I went along with it and we made out on his bed. I went to sleep in his bed and somehow woke up on the mattress in my friend's room, so he must have carried me in when I went to sleep, which is really cute. Then sometimes when I was at home my brother asked if I wanted to go to the mall. So we went, and as we got there I needed to go to the bathroom. There was a guy, he was probably like 19 and I'm 18, so he said hey and went into the women's bathroom. I said what are you doing, and he bought me into a stall. He was hot though, so like I didn't mind. I saw him take off his shoes. I was like damn, why not, so I went along with it because I was curious, and he took all his clothes off and the last thing was and I was prepared to. He said come here, so I walked to him. He said turn around, and I did. I was on top of him and we did some good stuff, and until that day no one knows, but it was great. He also gave me his phone number and wanted me to go to his house. This was 1 week after, so I did go to his house and he was alone. I told him I was there, and to open the door I heard him coming down the stairs. I was kind of excited for some damn reason. He opened and so he opens the door and like, so did you bring protection? I said yes. He was like it doesn't matter. So we were both in the kitchen just getting snacks to watch a movie, and after he was flirting and he said so you want to have it again? I said yes. So he picked me up and brought me to his room. He started to take off his clothes and turned the LED lights to red. Little did he know his mom was gonna be there in 20 minutes. He took out his thing and we were having it good. He acted like he just didn't hear the front door open and I was like, "Did you hear the front door open?" He's like, "Nah, it's fine." So we continued. His mom yelled his name to come downstairs. I had to hide in the closet so the mom wouldn't find me. I was in the closet for a whole hour. He came back upstairs and told me to go in the So they got out the car and he texted me to get out the car. Keep in mind I had no idea where I was. 20 minutes later he comes out looking for me. He called me saying to go back in the car because they were leaving. So he unlocked it and I went back to his house. I sneaked in after his mom was in her room, so me and him left somewhere to walk. It was dark. It was like 9:30 p.m. He said if we wanted to get some food. I said okay, but before he wanted to do something in the back of the parking lot. I was like, no, we're in public. I finally agreed and we did the things, but we saw a car pull up. We got caught. It was these boys and they were laughing, so we left because it will be embarrassing. We went back to his house. His mom left and he wanted to go to order food. Instead we were eating his mom.
Well, this one is gonna be a long one. So one time for summer break, my bestie invited me on a trip to visit her cousins, and it was like 4 hours away from my house for like 2 weeks. So my parents were like, fine. So I went. We met the cousins and their aunt and uncle. There was this one particular cousin. He was a year older than me and so fucking sexy. We all got our own rooms, which was awesome. That night we were all so tired after the drive and dinner and dessert and talking and all that, but especially everyone else, so they went to bed early and I just offered to clean up and it was fine afterwards. I thought everyone was asleep, so I go and unpack in my room and I wasn't sure which bathroom was the one for me to use. But I saw a bathroom down the hall and just decided to use that one cause I didn't want to wake anyone up. Then I go into the bathroom and finish showering, but I noticed there weren't any towels in the bathroom. I had were my PJs, but of course I didn't want to get those wet, so I opened the door and saw that the towel closet was close to the bathroom. So I thought, it's fine, no one is up, I'll just quickly run to it. So I quickly run to the closet and reached for a towel, but I can't get it cause I am 5'2". So I jump a bunch, but my fucking stupid ass short self can't get it. Then I see an arm above my head reaching for the towel. Mind you, I am fucking butt naked, and the person drops the towel into my hands and turns around. It's the fucking cousin. I freak out, whisper, "Fuck. Thanks," and then I run to the bathroom. I change into my fucking tiny ass shorts that makes my ass hang out and a bralette. I thought that her cousins were girls and they were like 4, so they wouldn't care when I packed to leave. When I come out of the bathroom, the cousin, let's call him Cole, is standing outside the door and said he just wanted to tell me he heard me jumping and I sounded frustrated or whatever, and he closed his eyes and gave me the towel. All that I said thanks and went into my room. The next morning, my best friend, let's call her Sasha, wants to go roller skating. Mind you, I am horrible, and so all of us go. I fall on my ass every time, but it was fun. We got ice cream after, then went to the fair later that night. All great. Then we get home and then it's time to watch a movie. Sasha sits next to her cousin's dog and cuddles with them. I am next to her, but yeah, no, not really. Cole goes and sits next to me. I have a huge blanket over me and he asks if he can use it too cause he's cold. I say sure. We share it. Then I look at the screen, but I am not even paying attention. All I am focused on is Elijah's hand right next to my leg. Then I relax my composure a little and my leg accidentally touches Cole's hand. He moves it on top of my leg, then he starts drawing circles on my thigh and NGL. It felt good, so I moved my hand and run it over his veins on his hand just by touch. Then we end up holding hands the rest of the movie. After the movie, I say I am tired and had to get ready for bed. I bring my clothes to the bathroom and look for a towel. This time beforehand, Cole knocks on the bathroom door when I already took off my shirt, so without thinking I say come in. Then when he comes in, I immediately notice I don't have a shirt on, so I throw it on quickly. He says, "Sorry, I just wanted to make sure you had a towel." This time I saw, "Yes, thanks for that. Yesterday I couldn't reach it. My 5'2" body doesn't do me much good in the reaching for things situation versus others." And when I tell you, his eyes snapped open when I said that, and I didn't realize what I said and the double meaning that could have been placed there. I just say I mean I didn't mean that. I just know what I am just gonna stop talking. I am sorry, I don't know, I am just tired. And while I am rambling on, he starts walking towards me, causing me to back up until I hit the wall. He leans down and pushes me against the wall and kisses me, and it felt so good and it gave me butterflies, winking face, and then he pulls away after a little bit and said, "Sorry, I've been wanting to do that since yesterday when I first saw you." Then I turned around and turned on the shower, closed the door behind him, and undressed myself. I go into the shower and ask, "Are you coming in?" He doesn't need telling twice and he undresses as well and runs to the shower. LMAO when I tell you he's packing, I mean he's posse king, like damn. Anyway, we started washing each other and then he turned me around toward him, picked me up, and I wrapped my legs around his body and he pushed me against the wall and we did the dirty, and let me tell you it felt so fucking good afterwards. He pulled me off of him. We stood in the shower for a little while making out, and then I turned the water off, got out and dried myself off and gave him the towel. He wrapped the towel around his waist and I saw some water droplets slowly about to fall from his chest, so I bend down and I lightly lick them off before they fall. Let me tell you, he loved it. And then he got another towel from the closet, came back into the bathroom quickly and huskily told me to grab my clothes, take the towel and follow him, so I did, and then after I dried myself off and closed the door in his room, he had me place the towel and clothes on chair. Then he laid down, sit up on his bed and told me to come to him. I did, and I slowly removed his towel from his waist, and then I have him head, and this man made the fucking sexiest growl ever and moaned my name. After that he flipped me over and helped himself to me. Then he got dressed, and so did I, and we went to my room and he was dressed in his boxers without a shirt on, and we went in my bed and we did the dirty again, winking face, and then we cuddled, and it was the best thing ever. For the next 2 weeks we did the dirty secretly in the craziest places. We would text each other whenever we needed the other, and we would figure out how to get away and get together. He would say he was going to the grocery store and I offered to come too, and then we actually went on some cute dates, and then we got groceries after or something like that, or we'd stray off from the group. Anyway, we got super close and did the dirty everywhere, and we got to know each other so well. After the 2 weeks he was actually going to college, so we had to work out when we could see each other as soon as